Yo, 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 what is poppin'? It is your girl, Morgan DuPont, back at it again with another video. Today we're gonna be reacting to some ridiculous trans people on TikTok. Get your drink, get your snack, you know, whatever you indulge in, honey. You just get comfortable. Get nice and comfortable so we could get into this mess, okay? Without further ado, let's get right into the mess.
I went into this relationship super open-minded. I like her, she's cute. And then I started getting random hate messages. And I had never experienced something like that. I lived my entire life as a white cis male. I didn't really get a lot of random hate. I was just a TikTok teacher. Cringe? I know you did not just call my video cringe because I've seen the way your mom comments on my video.
Why do people think they can wear crop tops as a teacher? I agree, look at this.
I started advocating for LGBT students a lot more. I do not want your children to be gay. I do not want your children to be straight. I want your children to be happy. People ask very inappropriate questions, super out of pocket. You would never ask these questions in real life.
And I can't blame them for being curious, but I'm not gonna ask a random person about their genitalia. The biggest misconception people have is that he's gay and I'm a man.
Yes, I know it's okay to be gay. Of course it is. But you calling me gay insinuates that Eden is a man, which is not okay.
If he wants to be with the man, he will go be with the man.
Honey, okay, first of all, I don't understand why teachers are on social media, on TikTok, in the classroom. I just don't understand why teachers or anybody, in the education system would be even allowed to do such a thing. Yeah, what kind of teacher is that, honey? Showing his abs, honey? If you're working with children, that should not be the kind of content, honey, you have out there, okay? Now, getting to the subject of him dating a trans person and him calling himself straight. Listen, Eden the doll, she is very beautiful, super gorgeous. I believe that in sexuality, there is a gray area. You know what I'm saying? She does not look like a dude. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. She doesn't look like a dude. I think she still has her thing-a-lang, honey. She very well may not have her thing-a-lang, but if she does, that's definitely a little gay, honey. Because, that's sword fighting, honey. But the rest of her is very female-like. She looks like a female, honey. To categorize her gay means that she looks like a male. She lives her life as a male. I don't think any gay man is interested in being with a person like her because she's very feminine. I don't think that it's gay. Do I think it's straight? Maybe not 100% if she got her thing-a-lang, but even if she didn't have her thing-a-lang, if she was post-op or whatever, if it was working, it was functional, honey, because, these girls be lying about their parts, honey. They be lying, saying, oh, my vagina is better than these women. Y'all be gassing it. Girls be lying. Maybe it's straightish, but yeah, I think it lives in a gray area. I wish him well. I think that's great that he's out and open and proud of, his girl and being with a trans person.
Once a month, trans women will experience what is known as a period. Some astute viewers might notice that most trans women don't have a uterus, let alone an ovaries or anything along the lines of that. But that doesn't change the fact that they are experiencing a period. There is one of three things at work here, and two of them are the same. The main one is they're experiencing PMS. Now, people who experience PMS are anyone with a hormone cycle similar to a woman's. This includes trans women, cis women, and intersex people, or they're experiencing post-menstrual dysphoric disorder. Men can actually even experience what is similar to a period because of their hormone cycle. If a man has a high amount of estrogen in their body, they will have irritable male syndrome, I believe is what the name is called. What a fun name. Right now, my body doesn't have a uterus in it, but my body still thinks I do. It's called a period because that's what it's colloquially known as. Linguistically, we're not going to sit there and be like, I'm PMSing every single time. We're just going to say, I'm on my period. When you're feeling under the weather, you might say, I have the flu. You probably don't have influenza. I know conservatives hate this, but it's not pedantic to say I'm on my period. It's not wrong to say that either.
What? Honey? I'm telling you, deranged, delusional. It's not wrong to say that you have something that you don't have. It's not a fucking period. Yes, when we're on estrogen, when we're on hormones, our, hormonal levels are fluctuate. I remember when I first got on estrogen, honey, it was given bipolar, honey. It was given manic, honey. It was given, she was crying. I'll be crying randomly. I have my moments, don't get me wrong, but that's not a period, honey. That's just a chemical imbalance, honey, because your body is receiving something that it's not used to having. It's not something that's natural to our bodies. But for you to call it a period, you do not bleed, sis. You do not bleed, honey. You do not have ovaries. That's delusional, honey. You will never get a period, so stop it.
Now, I don't understand why trans women are mad at me because I don't want to cut off my Glock 9, which I'm not cutting off Glock 9. Simple as that. I'm not cutting off Glock 9. You can be trans and still keep what's downstairs. You do not have to go get that surgery. Again, y'all be wanting motherfuckers to go get the surgery without telling them what comes with the shit, all of the above. I'm a disclaimer, baby. Sometimes when you go get that surgery, there are complications that come with it. Most trans women have complications. Most, not all. So, complications include infections. The fuck? Sometimes you gotta go get it refixed or whatever the fuck. I done seen enough videos. Okay, 1. 2, you have to dilate every day, which is basically putting something up your vagina hole in order to keep that bitch open because it might fucking close. It's like an ear hole when it comes down to jewelry. Again, educate me if I'm wrong. But it's like an ear hole when it comes down to jewelry. You want to keep something in that bitch so that way it don't close on you. Can you still fuck? Probably. Can you will you have sensation? Who the fuck knows? You know what I mean? But it's crazy to me that because I love T.S. Madison, that's my girl. Ain't nobody coming for her about her not wanting to cut her shit off. She not over here pressing the other girls to go get surgery. So what the fuck? Like, that's my girl. I love T.S. Madison, but y'all, I don't get that shit at all. Don't come for me because Glock 9 is out here succeeding right now, living her best life. I mean, she might have got a couple bitches pregnant by accident, but we don't know that. We don't know that. But still.
Not the Glock 9.
Oh, hell no.
Shorty called her parts Glock 9. Girl. Not the Glock 9. That's very ladylike of you.
Hell no.
First of all, she's really cute. I'm loving the silver hair, and she's honest. She's keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? That's what God gave you. That was your God-given too. That was what your anatomy, honey. And if you want to swing it around, honey, helicopter that shit, honey. If you want to, use it, honey. I mean, it's there to be used. It's your anatomy, honey. There's girls out there who don't have gender dysphoria when it comes to their parts, honey. And listen, it's nobody's business really what you got down there unless you plan to be intimate with somebody. I encourage trans girls to keep their anatomy, to keep what they have, because people have more unsuccessful stories than they do successful stories when it comes to being post-op. And girls don't just talk about it a lot because, it's embarrassing. And it's like, I feel like a lot of trans people, a lot of trans girls, we're obsessed with like the male gaze and wanting to appeal to the straight man in order to validate our womanhood, so by saying like, oh, I have a vagina, and it's just like, if not just like, it's better than another woman's vagina, and it just does something mentally for trans women. But the reality is that the unsuccessful rate, I believe, is much more higher than it is successful. So I respect somebody who's like, no, I don't need to do that.
I wanted to address this comment here. First things first, regardless of what you or anybody else thinks, I am trans. I know who I am, and that's what matters. And for all of you out there who have people question who you are trans regardless of what anybody else says, because you know who you are. Second thing, you do not have to medically transition to be trans. Some people are not in the place to be able to afford medically transitioning, and some just simply don't want to. You can social transition or do nothing at all, and your identity is still valid.
Let's all try to be more understanding and accepting of different people's perspectives and experiences in this lifetime.
3, the next time you come across someone on TikTok who identifies as trans or LGBTQ, try to be respectful of who they are without questioning them. And finally, 4, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Unless you give them the permission to, they can't make you feel less than.
Period.
Remember that. Love you all. Bye.
Yeah, just accept everybody for who they are, honey. They want to identify as a horse. Giddy up, honey. No pun intended. Why do people want to be trans so bad? Like, I did not think that we'll come to that day where, like, people want to be trans. And it's like, yo, like, the trans struggle is real. Like, if I had a button where I could select if I was born female or trans, like, I would definitely choose the female, you know, because being trans is a daily struggle. Gender dysphoria is a daily struggle. There's nothing fantastic about having... Listen, I think I should do a separate video on this, but a mental illness, because that's what the fuck it is, honey. Because, you know, I didn't come into this world as a female, honey. I came into this world as a dude, as a boy. I don't think it's like a mental handicap to the point where it's like, oh my God, I need to be sedated and medicated and put in a psych ward, you know. Oh, you're fucking tranny. No, don't put... Oh, please don't put me...
No, you fucking tranny. You're gonna be locked up forever.
No.
Forever, you sissy boy.
No.
You sissy boy.
I don't think it's that deep. The medication that you get is by being able to look the part, dress the part, take estrogen, get surgeries, you know. I'm sorry, people are gonna say, oh, you're a trans medicalist. Yes, I am. I'm a trans medicalist, honey. I believe that if your goal is not to get surgeries or at the very least present as the gender that you want to be deemed as in society, as the gender that you want to be received as in society, then you're not transitioning. That's not trans. You're not going from point A to point B. If it doesn't matter to you, that means that you don't have gender dysphoria, which means therefore you're not trans. You're not a real trans person. And I'm not talking to the people that don't have access. I'm very lucky, I'm very privileged to live in a country where I can live in my truth. I'm not talking to those kind of people, but I'm talking to the people that do have the access, that do have the resources. They just don't want to use them. They just don't want, because they don't feel like they have to look the part. They don't have to look like the gender, honey. How the fuck you trans? You're not transitioning from point A to point B. You're just remaining the same. You can't be mad that somebody feels threatened or somebody feels uncomfortable that you're a fucking man in a wig and a moo and a motherfucking and a beard, honey. And you got some rainbow eyeshadow, honey. And you trying to, go into these women's spaces like you're a woman. You're not a woman, honey. And you don't even try to be. So
This is Imane Khalif, a boxer in the Olympics who has been kicking females' asses in sports and was previously disqualified for failing sex tests. Now, while Imane is technically a biological male with a disorder of sexual development, and by that I mean she was born looking externally female, having external female organs, raised as a girl, socialized as a girl, but due to being biologically male with that disorder of sexual development, started experiencing masculinization in puberty. So to say that she's a woman is not correct. However, in these extreme edge cases, I think for me it's appropriate to use she, her pronouns because they are very rare. And on the topic of should she be allowed to compete against females, my answer is unequivocally no. Due to male puberty and masculine puberty, you have lots of advantages. And this is not a case of it just being unfair, but it is actually a safety detriment to women and a massive safety concern considering women have
softer skulls, they have softer bones. So it's totally inappropriate. I don't necessarily blame her too much because it should be up to the sporting body to make these decisions. But the amount of people who are just so desperate to paint this as a trans issue and come to this person's defense and totally disregard the concerns of that other woman, I think is really sad, and more of us need to say it. The thing about it is, it's not fair, but life isn't fair, and we have to deal with these situations appropriately and safely, not in a woke, virtue signaling manner.
Well, I mean, that's a very unique experience. I mean, like, I know that a lot of y'all wanted me to react to that situation. I feel like it's a very sensitive subject because I'm not intersex. If there's anybody that could say I was born trans, it's the intersex people, because they got the best of both worlds. We got the best of both worlds. I mean, they got both genitals, honey. I wonder, like, can they fuck themselves? Like, if you got a dick and you got the pussy, like, can you, like, maybe fold the dick in and fuck yourself with?
Oh, hell no.
I mean, I'm not trying to kiki and, like, you know, make fun of the, like, intersex people, but I just wonder, honey, because, honey, if you got a pussy and a dick, honey, isn't that the dream, the American dream, honey? You don't need a man, you don't need a woman, honey. You can just sit there fucking yourself, like, like, I feel like maybe there should be, I guess, then a category for intersex people, a category for trans people, a category for women, a category for men, you know, because that shit complicates stuff. Like, this bitch fucking punched the bitch once and the bitch was on the ground, honey. A professional athlete was already down to the floor. That means that testosterone level, honey, was pretty high, honey. It was gonna be strong, honey.
I unceremoniously stuck new hair clips in my recent Pride Pals shop update, and I thought I'd show them to you. So you can create your own hair clip stack, like the pin stacks with these, and they're actually super visible. So they're a really great way to non-verbally share your pronouns. They're made from fused acetate, which is a plant-based. Lots of eyeglasses, frames, and claw clips are made from this material. So you can see the color goes throughout because it's fused, and they have a gold alligator claw. The pronoun versions of the clips feature embossed letters, so they're actually set into the surface of the top of the pin. I have trans pride, rainbow pride, as well as bisexual pride, asexual pride, and non-binary pride. For pronouns, you already saw he, him. This is he, they, them, she, they, and she, her. You can find all of these and all of my items on my website. These are new and I am testing them out, so I am going to keep them to the umbrella flags and popular pronouns for now. If you like them and they're selling well, I might make more in the future. Follow for more magically cute accessories for queers, witches, and cool people.
I can't even be mad at homegirl, honey. Honey, she capitalized off the bullshit, honey. Capitalize, honey. Capitalize off the fucking nonsense, honey. How are you gonna keep up with all the cheeseburgers you eat in a day, honey? And all the fries you eat, honey? You need to make some money, honey. So why not make some they and them hair clips? She's cute though, I'm not gonna lie, like, she's fucking adorable. Like, she's mad squishy and mad cute. Like, I would squeeze her cheeks. If you need hair clips so that people can know what to call you, it's gotten bad. People are so confused. You're a he or you a they. You a she or you a they. You both. Oh yeah, so you gotta, you know, put that shit in your hair, honey, so that people know to not misgender you, honey. This world that revolves around pronouns and affirmation and validation from others is how you present the part or you don't, sis. Or you don't, bro. Honey, you gotta wear a hair clip, honey, so that people could know. That's some shit. Not even mad at homegirl. She said, I'm gonna make money off of this fucking foolery. She said, I'm gonna make some hair clips.
Hi, I think you're really attractive and I would like it if, you know, maybe we could go out sometime. Oh, that's really flattering. I'm actually straight and only into girls, so I don't think so, but thank you. Okay, no problem. Hey, I think that you're really attractive and that we should go on a date sometime. Oh, I'm straight. I don't really, swing that way. Well, I'm a man, so, right, and that's totally valid, but I just don't like pussy. So, sorry. Okay, that's totally fine. I will try the gay male community. Hi, I think you're really attractive and that we should go on a date sometime. You know what? I also don't like pussy, but thank you. Okay. Cool. Sick. Hey, pansexual dudes. I think that you're really attractive and that we should go on a date sometime. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I've been looking for a tranny like you. Okay, so maybe not that. Maybe something else. Hey, I think that you're really attractive and that we should go on a date sometime. I'm into puppy play. All right, you know what? I think that maybe I'm just gonna be single forever. I think maybe I'm gonna go join a monastery.
I mean, I guess that's valid. You know, I can imagine it doesn't feel good to not pass or whatever, but this is an assumption, but I don't even feel like this person has been on testosterone long enough to be saying that he's a man. I think that's another thing too, that people are just so impatient. Like they take 1 month on estrogen and T blockers, or 1 month on testosterone, and now they're shouting to the world that they're a man and they're a woman. The impatience. I call these people microwavable trans people. These are microwave trans people, honey. They can't stand to be in the oven, honey, to take a longer time, honey, to earn their spot, to earn their position, to work on their presentation. I don't think this person probably has been on testosterone for a longer time. It's given woman, you still look like a woman. You look like a lesbian woman, honey. It's given Ellen DeGeneres, honey. So for you to like sit here and like, you know, make a little skit, it was cute, and like I empathize with that struggle, but at the same time, for you to say like, oh, I'm a man. I don't know, am I wrong? Am I a bigot? Am I a bitch for thinking the way I think? Am I wrong, y'all? Am I missing something?
Oh no.
Because people just Honey.
Did you know that trans is an umbrella term that includes multiple gender identities? Let's talk about what it means to be gender fluid. A gender fluid person is someone whose gender changes over time. They may identify as a binary gender sometimes and non-binary at other times, or a combination of both. They may use different pronouns depending on how they feel for that particular day, week, or longer. Like the name suggests, there's so many different ways to be gender fluid, all of them valid. So if you know someone who's gender fluid, it's always good to keep checking on how they'd like to be addressed. Don't forget to follow us to learn more about trans identities.
Don't forget to follow us and just give us more viewership and followers so that we can monetize, so we can make money off the indoctrination. Girl, I can't with this like multiple gender shit. Like, oh, Monday I feel like a woman, Tuesday I feel in between, and maybe in the evening I might feel like a man out of nowhere. So you gotta affirm that. And then on Wednesday, honey, I'm neither gender. I am the sky, bitch. I'm a truck, honey. I am the tree, honey, at the corner, honey. You want to know how many genders are there? Let me read them to y'all. So we got gender queer, gender fluid, demi-gender, demi-girl, demi-boy, neutrois, agender, gender flux, aporogender, gray gender, bigender, androgynon, pangender, polygender, intergender, trigender, omnigender, multigender, maverick, and two-spirited. What the fuck? And I'm bugging, I'm pandering, I'm the panderer, honey. I'm the one who's a horrible human being with a terrible heart. I'm a trans medicalist. I am just a transphobic, self-hating, self-loathing individual because I call this shit out, honey. 20 genders under the non-binary umbrella. Can you believe this?
Oh, hell no!
Y'all bored.
I sued McDonald's
because they misgendered me. I was pulling up to the intercom to place my order. And when I placed my order, the lady goes, "Thank you, sir. You can pull up to the next window." Excuse me? So I ignored it, just thinking she thought I was a sir because my voice was a little deep. So then I pulled up to the window, and she's like, "Do you want any sauce, sir?" I said, "I'm not a sir." She said, "Do you want any sauce, sir?" I said, "I'm not a sir." Then I asked to speak to the manager, because you could clearly tell I'm a female. And the manager says, "How can I help you, sir?" I said, "I'm not a sir." And he goes, "How can I help you, sir?" Yes, so that's how it went. I'm suing McDonald's for misgendering me.
Oh my god, I love her so much. She's so delusional. Oh my god. She said, "Clearly I'm a female." No, it's not clear, honey. Motherfuckers don't need Visine, honey, to see that you're not a woman, honey. And you talk about suing McDonald's, honey. Yeah, you got the money to sue, but you don't got the money to fix that face. You don't got the money to properly transition into a woman, honey. But you got the money to sue McDonald's. I think we found out the real tea. This is a troll. This is not a real trans person. I thought maybe somewhere in my mind, like, okay, this is probably a person who really thinks that they're trans and like they're just delusional. But I think no, she just, honey, she is doing this for the crowd, honey. So this last video, just a little kiki. Shout out to my homegirl Jackie who sent this to me. I just found it funny. It's not from TikTok. It's from Instagram. Ah, that's a kiki. Get it? Hershey's. That's a kiki. I love that one. I love me some Trisha Paytas. I love me some Trisha Paytas. Alright, y'all. So that was it for today. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Am I overreacting? Am I unreasonable, honey? You know, bring me down, honey. Bring me down. Make me cry, honey, if you don't agree. Okay, come for me, okay? If you do agree, I would like to know why. And yeah, let's just chit chat. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, all the things. Turn on your notification bell so that you always know when I upload. Okay. Shout out to the new subscribers. We're growing. Ain't no pandering here, honey. I'm just keeping it a buck, honey. I'm keeping it 100, honey. Okay? Anyway, y'all, I love y'all so much. Thank you for being here. Until next time.
And if you want to see more of me, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I love you all so much. And don't forget to subscribe, honey. Don't be stingy. If you stingy, you dingy, okay? So subscribe to the channel. I'll see y'all next week.